The Young and the Restless Thurdays, full April 30th, 2026. Hey Y&R fam, welcome back to the channel. Today is another crazy day in the soap world, and I just had to jump on here and vent. We have so much to unpack from this upcoming Wednesday episode, and honestly, my jaw is still on the floor. Let's get right into the madness. I cannot believe Billy Abbott right now. Seriously, am I the only one who is just constantly exhausted by this man's life choices? I am sitting here, typing furiously late at night because I literally just can't with him anymore. Okay, wait, let me back up before I completely lose my mind. We need to talk about what is happening with Billy and Sally Spectra. So, we know from the spoilers that Billy is about to drop a massive, earth-shattering shock on Sally, and she is going to be completely blindsided, like totally caught off guard. Just last week, Sally completely shocked Billy by revealing that she is pregnant. We all saw that coming, right? With Audra Charles handing her the pregnancy test and Sally freaking out because of her tragic history with baby Ava, my heart breaks for Sally. I mean, it really does. I've been watching this show for years, and Sally has been put through the absolute ringer. She loses Ava, she struggles to find her footing, and now she's pregnant again by Billy Abbott of all people. And now Billy is the one doing the shocking. So what is this big surprise? Is he proposing? If Billy Abbott is getting down on one knee just because Sally is pregnant, I am gonna scream. I am gonna throw my remote at the TV. We all know how Billy operates. He gets overwhelmed, he acts on impulse, and he tries to slap a band-aid on massive life changes with grand gestures. Remember when he tried this kind of impulsive nonsense with Chelsea? Or Victoria? Yeah, didn't work then either. Sally does not need a pity proposal or a duty ring. She needs stability, which is the one thing Billy is literally incapable of providing. But wait, what if the shock is something much, much worse? What if Jill Abbott has gotten into his head? Jill is always looming in the background, judging Sally, questioning her motives. If Billy's shock is him questioning the paternity of the baby because his mother planted doubts, Sally is going to break. We know from the timeline that Sally ends up fleeing in a blinding rainstorm and suffering a horrific car crash. Is this Wednesday shock the exact moment that triggers her flight? If Billy's shock is a lack of trust, he is going to cause the very tragedy that destroys them. Or maybe it's about Victor Newman's insane AI blackmail scheme? We know Victor, the absolute menace, has created these fake AI-generated emails to frame Phyllis Summers for stealing from Newman Enterprises. And guess whose name is dragged into those fake emails? Yep, Billy's. Victor is using Billy as collateral damage to corner Phyllis and force her to sign over Summers Corp. What if Billy has to tell Sally that he might be facing prison time or a massive legal battle? Sally is already high risk in terms of stress. She doesn't need this toxic Newman Abbott Summers drama at her doorstep. I am dreading this reveal. I am absolutely dreading it. Okay, moving on, because I need to talk about Las Vegas before my head explodes. My heart is literally pounding out of my chest over this Vegas storyline. I can't even process the level of trauma that is happening in that warehouse right now. So Matt Clark, who is officially the most twisted, sadistic, evil villain this show has seen in a decade, actually pressed the detonator. He blew up the warehouse. And yes, Adam, Nick, Sharon, and Noah survived the explosion. Thank God. But let's be real here. They did not survive because of Nick Newman. No, they survived in spite of him. And this is where I get really emotional, because seeing Nick like this is it's horrifying. The spoilers say Nick is going to be absolutely terrified and horrified as he is forced to face his addiction, and honestly, it is about time. Nick took a tainted batch of drugs, fentanyl and cocaine. Guys, like, are you kidding me? That Matt purposely planted in that storage unit. While Sharon and Noah were literally chained up, waiting to be rescued, Nick collapsed on the floor, writhing in agony, completely useless. Adam had to unkind Sharon and Noah. Adam had to be the hero. Can we talk about this dynamic for a second? I've been watching since 2015, and Nick has always been the golden boy. He's the moral compass, the one who judges Adam for every little mistake. And now Nick is a raging addict who almost got his family blown to pieces because he was high on poison drugs. Adam, the black sheep, the guy who we all thought was going to slip back into his dangerous spider persona, had to be the responsible, rational brother. The irony is just staggering. After the explosion, the aftermath is just pure chaos. Adam is going to use some serious tough love on Nick, and the tension between these two brothers is going to skyrocket. I am so here for this. Adam screaming at Nick, forcing him to look at the rubble around them and realize, "You did this. Your addiction almost killed Sharon and Noah." It's gonna be brutal, but Nick needs to hear it. He needs to be broken down before he can be built back up. And imagine the psychological trauma for Noah and Sharon. Noah had to watch his own father overdose on the floor while a psychopath watched on a live video feed, waiting to blow them up. Matt Clark is a monster. Matt was literally sitting there, watching on his phone, wanting to see Sharon scream and cry over Nick's dying body. The psychological warfare is on another level. I want Adam to destroy him. But seeing Nick horrified by his own actions, that's going to be Emmy-winning material right there. Nick has always relied on his physical strength and his righteous anger, but right now, he is weak. He is completely at the mercy of his addiction and his little brother. The power shift is incredible, and while I hate seeing Nick suffer, I'm absolutely glued to my screen. Okay, back to the point. Because there is another massive storyline happening in Genoa City that is making my blood boil. And don't even get me started on Kane Ashby. I'm sorry, but this guy is the absolute worst, and the fact that he is currently holding all the cards is making me sick to my stomach. So we find out that Kane is the only bone marrow match for Malcolm Winters. Lily's twins weren't a match. Nobody else is a match, but somehow, by some twisted stroke of soap opera fate, Kane Ashby is the golden ticket to saving Malcolm's life. And Lily is the one who has to deliver this news. The spoilers say that Dr. Stephanie Simmons and Holden Novak are going to get a pleasant surprise when Lily tells them the news. Stephanie is going to be absolutely thrilled. And why wouldn't she be? She's a doctor, she loved Olivia, she respects Malcolm. And she just wants to see a dying man saved. She doesn't really know Kane's history. She doesn't know that Kane is a manipulative snake who faked his own identity and has caused Lily years of emotional torment. To Stephanie, Kane is just a hero donor. But Holden, oh man, Holden's reaction is what I am really waiting for. Holden just found out that Malcolm is his biological father. He is already struggling with Devin and Nate rejecting him. He's leaning on Claire Newman for advice, and he is just trying to figure out where he fits in this massive, complicated Winters family legacy. And now he has to process the fact that his dad's life is being saved by Lily's toxic ex-husband. How is Holden going to react when he realizes that Kane isn't doing this out of the goodness of his heart? Because we all know Kane has a secret contract. He wants control of Chancellor Winters. He is literally using a dying man's life as a bargaining chip to steal a corporate empire. It is disgusting. I am so frustrated with this. Lily has always been the strong one, the glue holding the Winters family together after Neil passed. But this might break her. I remember when Kane lied about who he was years ago, the whole Ethan debacle. We forgave him eventually, but this is different. This is extortion. Lily is completely trapped. She loves her Uncle Malcolm. She can't let him die. But handing her family's legacy over to Kane, it's a nightmare. I know some people think Kane is just misunderstood and wants his family back, but personally, I think he is showing his true colors here. You don't blackmail your ex-wife when her uncle is dying. I can just picture the scene. Lily standing there, tears in her eyes, telling Stephanie and Holden that a donor has been found. Stephanie is cheering, maybe hugging Holden, And Lily is just dying inside because she knows the horrific price she has to pay. It's brilliant drama, but I am so stressed out for Lily. She has worked too hard to build Chancellor Winters to just hand it over to Kane. I hope Devon finds out and absolutely destroys Kane. Devon is already angry about the Holden situation. If he finds out Kane is blackmailing Lily, Devon might actually commit a crime, and I would not blame him one bit. Honestly, looking at all these storylines colliding, it is just a masterpiece of chaos. You have Billy potentially ruining things with Sally before their baby is even born, either with a stupid, impulsive proposal, a horrific lack of trust, or by dragging her into Victor's AI blackmail war. You have Nick Newman hitting absolute rock bottom in the dusty, blown-up remains of a Vegas warehouse being lectured by Adam of all people, while Sharon and Noah are traumatized for life. And then you have Kane Ashby playing God with Malcolm's life while Lily is forced into an impossible corner. This is why I have been watching this show for so long. Just when you think things are settling down, the writers throw a bomb literally in Matt Clark's case and blow everything up. I am so emotionally invested in Sally getting a happy ending, but with Billy, I just know it's going to end in tears. And Nick, man, Nick's journey to recovery is going to be long and painful. If he even survives this whole ordeal without Matt finishing the job. What do you guys think? Am I overreacting about Billy? Is Adam being too harsh on Nick, or is it exactly what he needs? And please tell me someone is going to stop Kane before he steals Chancellor Winters. Let me know your thoughts, because I clearly cannot handle all this on my own. I'll see you guys after the episode airs.